when Helena was 11 years old. After the death of her parents, she was sent to live with her grandparents in Saratov. There she was influenced by spiritual traditions of countryside Russia. According to her own story, as told to a later biographer, she spent the years of 1848 to 1858 traveling the world, claiming to have visited Egypt, France, Quebec, England, South America, Germany, Mexico, India, Greece, and especially Tibet, to study for 2 years with the men she called brothers. She returned to Russia in 1858. Madame Blavatsky claimed that all religions were both true in their inner teachings and false or imperfect in their external conventional manifestations. Imperfect men attempted to translate the divine knowledge had corrupted it in the translation. In Isis Unveiled, Blavatsky attempts to expose the hypocrisy of religion by focusing on how and where it has strayed from its origins, while simultaneously tracing the doctrines of the most revered mystics and philosophers to a common spiritual root. Her claim that esoteric spiritual knowledge is consistent with new science may be considered to be the first instance of what is now called New Age thinking. The religion of the future will be cosmic religion. It should transcend personal God and avoid dogma and theology. Covering both the natural and the spiritual, it should be based on religious sense, arising from the experience of all things natural and spiritual, and as meaningful unity. Buddhism answers its description. If there is any religion that could cope with modern scientific needs, it would be Buddhism, according to Albert Einstein. In Isis Unveiled, she attempts to show how science can be just as dogmatic as religion, and betrays its own scientific method by denying spiritualism with no scientific proof against it. In fact, many researchers feel that much of New Age thinking thought started with Blavatsky. Madame Blavatsky questioned the truth about their religion, any religion. In other words, there is no religion or law higher than the truth. Helena Petrovna Blavatsky declared, "We hold to no religion as to no philosophy in particular. We call the good we find in each." Blavatsky strongly believed that universal brotherhood of humanity. In the Key to Theosophy, she wrote that all men have spiritually and physically the same origin, which is a fundamental teaching of Theosophy, and that mankind is essentially of one and the same essence. What is Theosophy? As Oxford Dictionary describes it, any of various philosophies professing to achieve a knowledge of God by spiritual ecstasy, direct intuition, or special individual revelation. Especially modern movement following Hindu and Buddhist teachings and seeking universal brotherhood. Theosophy represents a modern face of Sanatana Dharma, the eternal truth, as a proper religion. There are 3 objects to which one must assent in order to join the Theosophical Society. They are to form a nucleus of the universal brotherhood of humanity without distinction of race, creed, sex, caste, or color. To encourage the comparative study of religion, philosophy, and science. To investigate the unexplained laws of nature and the powers latent in humanity. Theosophy teaches that everything of whatever kind is from one divine source. All things are monads in reality. All monads potentially possess the same principle, and their forms and natures are an expression of their present consciousness level. The most important object of her Theosophical Society is to form the nucleus of a universal brotherhood of humanity without distinction of race, color, or creed. She also spoke out against European slave trade in Africa, the caste system, and often stressed kindness, absence of every ill feeling or selfishness, charity, goodwill to all beings, and perfect justice to others as one self. In the Secret Doctrine, Blavatsky states, "Verily mankind is of one blood, but not of the same essence." The term Theosophy seems to have been selected for the purpose of revealing analogies and enabling Western thought to locate this divine Theosophia as worldwide, generic, and universal. and so to unite the East and West, the ancient and the modern, as one common brotherhood. Theosophy, as well as many other esoteric groups and occult societies, claim that the universe is ordered by the number 7. The reincarnating unit, the monad, consists of the 2 spiritual constituents of a sum of 7 human bodies. The first body is called Sula Sarira, a gross body, impermanent because of its wholly compounded character. The physical body is usually considered at the lowest substance principle. The physical form is a result of the harmonious co-working of the physical plane of forces and faculties streaming through their astral vehicle, or linga sarira, the pattern or model of the physical body. The second body is called linga sarira, a pattern or model that is impermanent, the model body or astral body, only slightly more ethereal than the physical body. It is the astral model around which the physical body is built and from which the physical body flows or develops as growth proceeds. The third body is prana, in Theosophy the breath of life. This life of prana works on and around us, pulsating unceasingly during the term of physical existence. Prana is a radiating force or energy of Atma, as a universal life, as a one self. Prana life permeates the whole being of the objective universe, and is called a principle only because it is an indispensable factor of the living man. The fourth principle is kama, desire. The desire principle is the driving, impelling force. Born from the interaction of Atman, Buddhi, and Manas, kama is a colorless force, good or bad according to the way the mind and soul use it. It is the seed of the living electric impulses, desires, and aspirations considered in their energetic aspect. The fifth principle is manas, think, the seed of mentation and egoic consciousness. In humanity, manas is a human person, that reincarnating ego, immortal in essence, enduring in its higher aspects through the entire manvantara. One embodied manas is dual, gravitating towards Buddhi in its higher aspects, and its lower aspect toward kama. The sixth principle or vehicle is Buddhi, awaken, the vehicle of pure universal spirit, hence inseparable or garment or vehicle of Atman, in its essence of the highest plane of Akaya or Alaya. In man, Buddhi is a spiritual soul, the faculty of discriminating, the channel through which streams divine aspiration from the Atman to the ego, and therefore that faculty which enables us to discern between good and evil, spiritual consciousness. The qualities of the Buddhic principle when awaken a higher judgment, instant understanding, discrimination, intuition, love that has no boundaries, and consequent universal forgiveness. The seventh is called Atman, pure self-consciousness, the cosmic self which is the same in every dweller on this globe, and on every one of the planetary or stellar bodies in space. It is a feeling and knowledge of I am, pure cognition, the abstract idea of self. It does not differ at all throughout the cosmos, except in degree of self-recognition. It may also be considered as the first logos in the human microcosm. During incarnation, of the lowest aspects of Atman take on attributes, because it's linked to Buddhi, Buddhi is linked to Manas, and Manas linked with Kama, and so on. The great success of theological society and Buddhism in 19th century Russia and throughout Europe can be attributed to the main object of forming the nucleus of universal brotherhood without the distinctions of race, color, or creed. It contradicted anything known to the 19th century traditional Russian society, with its strict class system, which can be compared to the caste system in India. How little this principle of universal brotherhood is understood by the masses of mankind, how seldom its transcendent importance is recognized, may be seen in the diversity of opinion and fictitious interpretations regarding the Theosophical Society. This society was organized on this one principle, the essential brotherhood of men, as herein briefly outlined and imperfectly set forth. It has been assailed as Buddhistic and anti-Christian, as thought it could be both is together, when both Buddhism and Christianity, as set forth by the inspired founders, make brotherhood the one essential of doctrine of life. Theosophy has been also regarded as something new under the sun, or at best as old mysticism masquerading under a new name.